Hello everybody! So I want to do the sliding door attachments. So I decided to use this cute cinna design that I got from Sylvia. And I decided to do this 16 cm Sakura one on the bottom piece, so that way I can make the box bigger. If I wouldn't have done this, I wouldn't have had enough to do it the size that I wanted to, because these tracks are for 8 cm. So you have to have two 8 cms in the front, you know, for it to work. And I would have had to have created it, you know, a lot more tiny. So I didn't want to do that. So this is what I'm doing. And I think the Sakura design will go well with it. And you're really not going to see it too much because the doors are sliding from the front. So the one thing that I wanted to show you, I have not found these on Temu yet, but I know buying tracks like this, it's not hard. When I measured them, they were 16.5 centimeters long to fit the two 8 cms on there. So you could probably find the bigger strips, and then you might just have to cut them, you know, to 16.5 centimeters. But yeah, this is what they look like. It has the two grooves on each side. You do add one in the back and then one in the front. Now, if you do get the sliding door tracks, because you have to put one on the bottom piece, like on top of the acrylic, and then one goes like underneath the lid. So it's going to raise up this panel. I mean, you could probably try to do it on the outside of it, but then you might have this space here without, you know, the wall. So basically what I decided to do is I took all of my panels and I added a clear acrylic strip to the top and the bottom piece. So that way I have more room, you know, to work with, since everything's kind of being raised up a little bit. The lid, though, it's still drying. Doesn't need it, of course. So I'm just waiting for a little bit for this to finish drying before I peel it off. But I just kind of wanted to show you how they work. So when you do get one in, one goes in here on the back, the other one goes in the front, and then of course the top part will go like that, and then it, you know, it allows them to slide. So I think it's going to be a fun little box to make. I'm really excited to finally play with these. I hope everything works like it should, because this is the first box that I've done with the sliding doors, so I'm really excited to make it. So once this is done drying and I peel it apart, I'll come back on and show you how I put everything together. Okay, so real quickly, I wanted to just kind of show you what you would need if you didn't add the strip part on top. So I'm going on top like this. Technically, I mean, you could do it on the outside right here, and then you would do that to the lid also. And then what you could do, so here's like the side panel. So if you line it up, I would think maybe a 2 cm would fit right here. So it would totally work if you had 4s and 2s, or 2, 4, 8s, you know, whatever sizes you have in 2s and 4s, or if you have a mixture of all three, because I'm thinking, I'm trying to think if I have an extra 2 cm. Hang on real quick. Let me try to find it. Okay, I just really quickly got my little drawer that I put all of my extras in after I make boxes and stuff, because this is what I'm going to use to make my mixed acrylic box soon. Ooh, there we go. There's a 2. Okay. Let's see. I mean, just visually, it looks like it would fit. And I think if you were to use like 5s and 10s, you would have to have a bigger track because this one is specifically for 8 centimeters. Okay, so yeah, that would be about the right length there. So it would be just a smidge big. It's like you need half the size. So yeah, I think the best bet is to glue it on top. I mean, honestly, it wouldn't look that bad if you did have a row of 2 CMs coming up and it just kind of went a little bit past the track. I mean, it's only off by just a smidge. Like, let me show you closer. So it would be like, let's see if I can do a good visual here. So it was coming to like here, so kind of almost like half. But it wouldn't look that bad, you know, if that's what you had to do. If you do not have the clear acrylic strips and you needed to do it like that, you could totally get away with doing that. Okay, so I'm going to actually see how dry these are really quick. Okay, let me kind of peel the film off really quick. Okay, so we have technically 2 16s. So we got the 16 for the bottom, and then I made 16 for the top. So that's technically 4 rows of 4. And then I have the 2 pieces, 8 centimeters, for the sliding doors. And then we have 3 panels, which is 2 rows of 4. And then I have the clear acrylic strips on the top and the bottom. So for now, I just removed the film from the back side of the top and then the top part of the bottom. So I'm going to use super glue to glue these on. You know me, I'm not a big fan of using super glue with acrylics, but I really want this to stick. So for the bottom part, I am going to use my Gorilla Glue because this stuff sticks amazingly. For the top part, because these are clear, I'm going to use the Loctite super glue, the brush-on one, because it does dry clear. So I'm so nervous. I really hope this works, but let's do it. And then when I glue all of the sidewalls and stuff on, I need to try to get everything to meet good where it's all cohesive together towards the top. Because I'm basically gluing the lid. I think I'm going to glue the lid all the way on. At first I was thinking about doing both, where you could slide the door if you want, or you could open it from the top, but I just don't know how I feel about having both. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to kind of play around with that idea. Because I was thinking, I'm like, well, it would be kind of hard to just rely on the sliding doors to put things on the inside and then to get it out. I'm like, is that going to be just like a total pain in the ass? So I might put hinges on. We'll see. Okay.
So the judge went with the majority of it, that Dennis Nielsen was guilty on all counts of murder.
I'm going to make sure it's flush.
I was like, oh, fuck. I don't know. Dennis was sentenced to life in prison, and he wouldn't be up for parole until...
So I have it like right on the edge. Now because this 16 is a little bit rounded, you know, on the edges, we might see it a little bit of the track on the side, but if we do, it is okay, because I can always add a charm if I need to. Okay, now this is, of course, the back side of the front lid, because it's coming together like that, so I need it to run along here. Okay, so I hope all of this works. I always get nervous when I do something like this, especially like this for my first time. And it's like with a design that I only have so many of acrylics with, you know, and I don't have any room for errors. It just puts a lot of pressure on me. I really wish this company would fix their brushes in here, because it's such an awesome idea to have the brush, you know, but like they just like, I don't know. It's really weird. It's been like this since I opened the bottle. Rosine even warned me about it. She's like, don't worry about the brush. She's like, it still works okay. But I don't know. It's kind of, it's a little hard, you know? Making sure this is not going to come off. Because my husband uses the regular Lock-Lite super glue for stuff. I'm going to put a little bit more on the end.
Now, Dennis, he wanted to publish it, but was denied. But Dennis Nielsen's self-written autobiography sat unread in some prison office from then on until now. Because in 2021, it was published.
Kind of.
So there's that.
Makes my eyes burn a little. That's strong glue.
I don't know if I want to know. That's been published, so it's out
please
there.
just dry clear like you should.
This one, because I was like, damn, this fool's nasty.
Okay.
That is the awful story about Dennis Nielsen. And like, there's so much graphic detail that I left out. Because,
Okay.
Especially when the victims are when they're young, you know, just.
Well, there's no going back now, right? If I mess up, man, I'm gonna have to take this last row off and do a whole other. Okay, it's actually not bad. I mean, you can of course see the white strip on the bottom, but that's not too big of a deal. I can see a little on the edge here. But whatever, it is what it is. Worst case scenario, like I love to do, I can always, you know, set some cinna charms going across right there. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Got the scary part out of the way. I'm just really hoping that it all works and it comes together for me, because the acrylics know how bad I want it to work. So let's test it, because it's all dry. Okay, so we got one door in the back, and then we got a door in the front.
Well, here we are. Okay, all right.
I think I'm gonna have to have my husband help me when I put this together to make sure I get them in the right tracks. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. See? Oh my god, I hope you can see this. So it's, the lid's still drying. So it was moving, yay! Okay. That at least makes me happy. At least I see some movement. Okay, I'm gonna let this part of the lid dry a little bit more, because I re-glued the middle of that to give it a better bond. And then these should be good to go. I do have a couple of pieces that I did cut just a smidge, you know, too long, and I need to like clip that off a little bit. I need to see if like a file or like a Dremel works on here, because I do have like a little Dremel, you know, that you use with fingernails. I mean, it's not as powerful, but like it might work, you know, to sand it down a little bit. But yeah, I think this design is going to look so pretty, especially with the cool heart laser effect on the acrylic. I can't wait to take off the film. It's going to look amazing. Okay, so I'm going to let this go for about another, I don't know, 10-15 minutes. I might eat dinner and then come back and finish it. So let's just everybody cross our fingers and hope it all comes together good. All right. So I'm going to try to put this together and see how it works because I'm really scared. And I decided to take the film off both sides except for the front and the bottom panel because I wanted to make sure I could scrape any extra glue off, just because since these are like clearish, you know, acrylics, it's kind of hard to see everything once it's together, and I am very nervous to put this thing together, so I really hope it goes how I want it to. So I'm gonna glue the back panel on first. I'm just gonna pray that this works. All right, I'm trying to be very careful moving these. All right, here we go. Oh God. I've been like nervous all night to put this together. I'm just hoping, because I'm gonna have to glue, you know, the side pieces to the side, and it's not gonna have like this wall in the front to rest against for support. Just this one in the back. I'm just kind of freaking out. Oh, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right. Oh, I'm just gonna take the bottom piece off because this keeps rolling and it's driving me crazy. All right, here we go. Oh my God, I hope it works. I really hope this comes together. My glue is getting so low. I go through so much of this glue, it's crazy. Okay. I'm so nervous. Okay, here we go. Oh. Hold on, my glue still is like kind of drying in the tip. There we go. Because I want to make sure I put a lot of glue on this bad boy. Oh, and I totally forgot I was going to take a picture of one of the tracks and then like search it in my Google Lens so I can get the specific name for it and try to find it for you guys. I'm going to probably pause in a minute and do that because I really want to see if I can find it. All right, so here we go. Oh, okay, here we go. I never like it when the squares are curved because it throws me off, you know, with the placement. Okay. Let's make sure. And then when you're using like clear acrylics on top of it, it's like, oh my God. I usually try to get as far to the back as I can, but sometimes when they're curved like this, it's really hard to do that. All right, so all right, let me try to take a picture and see if I can find the place really quick, and I'll just give me a second. Okay, they are sliding door tracks, like sliding. I found when I like Googled sliding glass door track, a link on Amazon came up, and these strips are technically 6.5 inches, and they're like a 1/4 inch wide. Amazon had a 1/4 inch wide by 36 inches strips. I think it was like $20 or something like that. So you can get them, but you're gonna have to cut them I would assume you have to saw them. I've only found them by one person on TikTok, so you can get them that way. Go on Amazon, and I guess they're really widely used for cabinets, so there you go. Okay, so now I'm going to glue on one of the side panels. I'm so scared. Okay.
So just imagine that you're at home,
I
relaxing,
think
it's your day off, maybe you're enjoying some of the leftovers, turkey sandwiches, yum.
I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the side of the track.
Outside of your window, okay? Followed by a flash of glossy, bright red color as a Corvette. Never seen it before. Corvette appears in your driveway. That's exactly what happened on that morning to Jose, one of.
And then once we get the side panels put in, we'll put the doors on. But then we got to kind of hold them at the same time as we kind of get the lid on. So that part gets a little bit tricky. This is such a cute design of cinna. I love it. And I'm really glad I have that 16-inch Sakura. One left from my batch, because I think it goes really well with it.
Later in the afternoon, Amanda comes back and she starts pounding on his door this time. And Jose looks out the window and he recognizes
Okay.
right?
Here we go with one of the side panels. Okay, laser print. All right. Oh,
Okay, so he notices that she looks a little disheveled. She was practically spewing some kind of weird story about what had happened between her and Bill that weekend.
Okay.
And she seemed very frantic and just all over the place. Omaima told Jose that Bill had been sexually abusing her for their entire relationship, and that over the weekend he demanded she allow him to tie her up in their bedroom. There was a lot of pigment, did not expect that. She told Jose that she felt pressure to do it in the first place. And when she did, Bill raped her and kept her tied up that way for, of course, the whole weekend.
Trying to make sure it's even down
She
here.
told Jose that she managed to get one of her arms free, and she beat him up with a lamp and a clothing iron to get herself free. Now, she did have cuts on her hands, arms, and chest. Some of them seemed to still be bleeding. Now, again, this is all according to Omaima. We don't really know if she was lying or telling the truth. This is just her version of the story.
Okay.
She wasn't done yet. He's like, why the hell are you here?
So glad that came together. Okay. Now I can see this back part is, well, the side, obviously, it's a little bit lower. Oh, so I hope the lid goes on okay. I don't like gaps, you know that. All right. I'm so nervous. Okay. It's all right, Rachel. It's going to come together perfectly. It always is perfect the first time you make something like this.
No biggie, right? I just borrow your truck? He's like, oh yeah, sure. Sounds great. On top of that, though, she's like, I could give you
Okay.
some motors, okay? And also some motorcycles for your help. I'm not kidding.
Oh, I need to switch my glue out.
For offer, very specific.
I'll go down here. I had to trim up some of the clear acrylic strips, and I cut like a couple a little too short, but it's not that noticeable. I just really wanted them lined up, you know, like flush. But it's okay.
Now, luckily, Jose, he could tell that something was up. He could tell.
I'm so used to gluing on really thick acrylics, and like this 16 centimeter is so thin compared to the ones I've been used to lately. It's crazy how big of a difference it is. I've been getting a lot of the 4 millimeter thick ones, and oh my god, I love them.
Offering him all these riches to like let her use his truck. He's like, dude, something ain't right. Something ain't right. Okay, so
Okay. Oh yeah, I had to re-glue this one. I want to check on the glue. Okay, that's gonna go on the inside. Let me get just a couple spots. Okay, that's better. Okay. Okay, laser print.
And with that, that's when they found everything else. Bill's torso, okay, led like a stuffed pig into a bathtub drain. They found his head, freshly fried, like wrapped in the foil. His hip was mixed with cranberry sauce and garbage. And of course, Bill's hands boiling in that stew.
All right, and I think if I try
brought to a perfect simmer, it was very bizarre.
to push it up any higher, it's not going to have enough support on the side.
Okay, that's a work. This isn't a quick and go. No. No. There's no excuse for this behavior. So police have Omaima in custody.
Okay.
When they bring her down to the station, they start asking her a bunch more questions about what happened. And Omaima, again, she admits that she killed him. In fact, she doesn't even contend that she killed him. Instead, she explains the trauma from Bill's treatment of her had made her lash out for him in order to save her own life. And then she said for 12 or so hours that she was in a trance. And when she woke up, Bill had been cut up and cold. You know how that goes. Sometimes you go into a trance and you make a whole beast. Sure. So police, she told police, I don't remember how I killed him. All I remember was that I got up, like I said, and I find him, and he's in a trash.
So that's what it's looking like. Super cute, right? Right? Look at that. Cute little cinna. Okay, so now, this is the part that I'm worried about because this part, it's just a little bit higher. So, and this is where I've been going back and forth. I was going back and forth at first about like doing the sliding door plus doing like the lid to move, but I'm like, you can't make the lid move when you have the doors and the sliding thing. So I'm a little bit nervous. Okay, so one goes on the back. Okay, and then one goes in the front. Okay. And then it kind of goes like this. Let's see if I can get him to fit. Okay, this goes in the front. Oh my god. We're all pretty fucked up, and I would assume that she's kind of fucked up too. The psychiatrist, they really didn't know what could be causing her these visions. You know, the psychiatrist who evaluated her eventually ended up diagnosing her with. Actually, okay, I think it'll glue to the back okay. She was one of the most. Ooh, I know. Patients that he had ever seen, doctor. Let's tip it. Congratulations, you're the most psychotic patient I've ever seen. You're number one. Like, thanks. Thanks. Can I get a plaque or something? What do I get? So doctors did examine Omaima. Thank you. Omaima. Oh boy. I was really hoping me doing it on that side it would actually work. Okay, let me play with it really quick and see if I can get it on just to show you. Okay, I got it. So basically the lid, I don't have it glued down yet, but I'm going to show you. Look how cute that is, and I'm going to put a knob on, of course, or something to help light it, but basically the lid will be glued on the inside against the 3 walls. So then I can take this top acrylic strip off the back panel, because I'm not going to need it. So it kind of just slides right in, since the side panels are glued to the side of the bottom. So I'm going to glue the lid to the sides of all the panels. And I hate sliding in stuff like this. I never like doing that because the glue, you know, kind of scrapes down. But yeah, so that's how it kind of fits together. So I'm going to get the lid glued on and get this acrylic strip taken off and see which charms I want to put on here, and I will show you the final result once I'm all done. Alright, I finished the box and it actually looks like super good. So the doors slide in and out perfectly. I was thinking about either doing like a charm or something to kind of help, you know, slide it, but I don't know, because then it might prevent, you know, them swapping, you know. And then I decided, because the way the hardware looked, I didn't like it, you know. I just don't like it when things stick out. And then like the clear acrylic strips, I just didn't like seeing the glue. So I rhinestoned it. It's like so pretty. I did it all around the box with the blue. And then on the hardware, I did my Aurora white. And then I did the blue on the top and then on the bottom. Oh, I think it turned out so cute. My husband even said it turned out really good. So I'm really happy with it. My first time doing a box like this, and I think it turned out super good. So there we go, using the sliding door tracks. I really hope you guys get them. Definitely go to Amazon. But of course you will have to cut them, unfortunately, but totally worth it. All right, guys. Isn't it such a cute design? Oh, I think I'm going to start adding rhinestones to my boxes from now on. It's such a cute little touch. But yeah. Okay. All right, guys. I told you I'd show you the final result, and I'm very satisfied with it. All right. Bye.